Yeah,
Really,
I
Chen
mean,
has
there's
white
not
eyes?
really many heroes with white eyes.
I guess Shin does have white eyes. I guess I never noticed the white eyes coming out from the Chen. I always thought he had like normal person eyes. I've gone insane.
He said there might be more.
Let's check this out. Tiny has like yellow eyes. Yeah, I think you're right. There's a couple in here that I could see with white eyes. Undying definitely does have white eyes. You're right about that. TA picked up. Yeah, she's got like bluish white eyes.
They're blue.
Yeah, those are some really weird contexts, is what those are.
So they're gonna go with the TA. I guess there's no real good. There's not really anything great at taking off refraction. Sure, they have a lot of spells, so they'll probably be able to take it off pretty easily, but nothing really good. Maybe the Invoker Forge Spirits, if it is indeed a QE Invoker, which I fully expect with this lineup coming out from compLexity. I don't think you can have a QW with these heroes.
No. This is a Forge Spirit game. It's Sunstrike for bombs for days.
Safe lane as well.
The Medusa.
It's gonna be the Medusa, so we actually might see the QW. I think it's actually a possibility now that we have the Medusa last pick.
I actually want to put eyes. Just want to throw that out there.
Alright, there's actually a lot of heroes with white eyes. I'm just a clown or something.
No, probably, but that's okay. We still love you for
I
it.
was talking about the white eye strat. Now Medusa's ruining the strat by smoking. Get those red eyes.
Yeah, she's really got some blood. She's popped some blood vessels in her eyes, unfortunately. She needs to get some clear eyes.
Please lay off the drugs, Medusa.
I mean,
Her
she's got a
eyes
lot of
actually
snakes on
look
her
pretty
head.
crazy.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. The G is called from Team Tinker. Just needed a bit of a second here to get started. And well, two games down, 2 games to go here with compLexity versus Team Tinker. And I gotta say, I like compLexity's lineup a lot. They're gonna set the Medusa mid, interestingly enough, for Swindle Melons. This is not something I've seen a lot of. The mid Swindle Medusa. I've talked about how this guy has a giant hero pool. I didn't think it extended towards the Medusa. I guess this guy could just play whatever hero he damn well pleases.
He's played it twice, I've seen.
This Invoker set.
So he has played it. And of Invokers is going to be, he does have the Blades of Attack, so I guess that's trending towards that QW Invoker, although it is a bit odd to put it in the safe lane, so we'll have to see how that goes.
No. For now, compLexity, your Radiant squad. We'll get in some introductions real quick. Limp's going to be your offlane Zeus. We've seen this numerous times from compLexity, and they love to run this. Swindle Melons is going to be playing your mid Medusa. In the safe lane, it is going to be Bloody Nine on your Ancient Apparition, the new acquisition for compLexity Dota, another Hontrash player. Moonmander on your Invoker, and that'll round out Z-Freak playing your Nyx Assassin. So that's going to be all of your compLexity heroes, white eyes and all, or no face, or red eyes, whatever you choose to use here for compLexity. So.
And on Dire, we're going to have Team Tinker. Pycat's going to be in the safe lane, farming with the Lifestealer, being supported by Bulba on the Elder Titan, and EGM playing the Vengeful Spirit. In the mid lane, we're going to have Quakeva playing the TA, and Sing Sing is going to be playing the off-lane Batrider.
So pretty standard lanes, not like what we saw in the second game of Alliance versus Virtus Pro, with the exception of maybe Medusa going mid against the Templar Assassin. This is not the easiest matchup, I think. Swindle will have ways to get rid of this refraction just through right-clicking alone, and he'll try to get some CS, although Quakeva should be okay, especially once he gets side blades, but until that point, might have to be a bit careful from just taking too much right-click. Swindle's actually dishing out the damage. Medusa has a surprising amount of base damage early on, with 2 GG branches and a Wraith Band, so Quakeva is actually getting low. He's at half health right now. His refraction is available to go, but he'll have to be careful to pop it up again, and just continue to deny the Medusa in the mid lane. Meanwhile, top lane, Limp is going to get some CS probably from Arc Lightning. He'll try to get towards his bottle maybe. And already you can see maybe some stacks from Tinker coming out. Yeah, Bulb was able to stack using himself as well as the Spirit. And even this Vengeful Spirit illusion could have stacked. I don't think she did, though. So
Quakeva having actually a pretty hard time in this mid lane, although he does have his bottle up now, so not going to be too big of a deal. And honestly, actually, Swindle Melon's only sitting at 2 and 2 CS to the 3 and 4 of Quakeva, so Quakeva doing a really good job in terms of CS, even though being harassed heavily.
I think that Quakeva should be okay now that he has side blades. He has his bottle, like you mentioned. That's also pretty important. And I don't know. It's just better because the TA is going to be closer and able to deny a bit more efficiently. Bulba's walking through. He's going to contest this creep, whatever it is, and Z-Freak's going to try to zone him out as the support Nyx Assassin. Astral's going to go through. It's going to hit onto a couple of heroes, and now Bulba just heads back to lane. So Sing Sing is actually just going to be in the jungle immediately, stacking up some camps, and he'll just try to Firefly this down, I imagine, to get up towards that maybe level 4 or 5.
Honestly, this is something that we see quite frequently on support Elder Titans, where they just, as long as you have an offlaner that can jungle, you end up just giving the Elder Titan the lane at some point and having the offlaner jungle, and then you sort of play it as an offlaner.
I'm surprised they did it this early, but it makes sense. I mean, Bulba's now going to get plenty of farm here, rather plenty of experience if he can get close, but that's the problem. Moon and Z-Freak are not going to make it easy for him to get close to this lane.
Bat will farm better in the jungle than in the lane, so...
At least they have that trade-off going. Pycat with 17 last hits, by the way. He is not missing any creeps right now. Whereas the Invoker's only sitting at 11, and he's not really getting harassed. So either Moon's missing some creeps or something's going on.
He is going for QW, so it is quite difficult to last hit with at times.
44 plus 9 base damage. It was
especially under your tower.
Yeah, it's not easy. I can agree with that. He's up to 13 last hits now. Speaking of 13, so is the Templar Assassin. Swindle's only at 11, so he's not too far off. So Swindle's not having an awful time either. So just a lot of farming coming in. Bulba will rotate back towards the jungle. He does have the Sage's Mask, and he'll harass out Blade Knight, who's been pulling consistently. So they've done a nice job of keeping Bulba out of experience range for the most part. I mean, look, he's still level 1, whereas Limp at the top lane, he should be up to 2. No, he's even 3 now. So Limp's actually having a pretty good time, all things considered.
Having a good time, is currently level 3. Doesn't have any points in Static Field, but has the 2 points in Lightning Bolt. We'll probably see him go for that Static Field next.
He might be in trouble. Open wounds. He's going to get Magic Missile.
He's dead, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be your first blood. Going to Pycat. Lightning Bolt goes, and then the right click from Pycat is more than enough. So, and that was only level 1 Rage as well. It was only 3 seconds, but it's more than enough to keep Pycat alive and to get him the first blood. So he might go Salve, or rather, God, he might go for Midas. I don't think he will. Maybe they want to be aggressive early on, probably.
Although we have seen a lot of people, this is like the new trend lately, to get your like first item and then you go back for the Midas. It's so that you're not really compromising your laning phase, because had he just gone for a Midas first, he probably wouldn't have gotten that kill. He does pick up the Gloves of Haste, but that could just be for an armlet. We're not really too sure yet.
There's a lot of work to go here. Swindle's going to pop his Mana Shield as Koik was going in on him, and he'll back away.
Looks like there's some interest possibly in diving Bulba in this bottom lane, as Z-Freak was behind the tower, but
look at Bulba's positioning.
Doesn't look like that's actually going to happen.
Bulba's just got a good understanding of where these supports are. If he doesn't see the Nyx Assassin, he knows that there's a good chance he might be ganking him. I want to see how this Quasworks Invoker pays off for Moonmeander. I haven't seen this in a while. I know he's been played a lot like this recently, but I want to see how the Quasworks Invoker does pair up against, say, the Lifestealer or even just all the heroes.
It's kind of interesting to have it in the safe lane, though. I mean, usually we see it in the mid lane, but definitely not a good matchup against this TA. And
Swindle's getting dove. Mana Shield's going to go. There's going to be the TP rotation. That actually forces Swindle, or rather, Quickfoot back. And Quickfoot's been applying really good pressure here to Swindle in this mid lane.
He's up to 30 last hits at 5 minutes, though, doing a really good job in this mid lane. Applying a lot of pressure.
And the idea of pressure coming out from Quickfoot is more than enough for Swindle just to back away. And even still, the pressure's going, and his refraction is now done. He doesn't have mana for another refraction. It's on cooldown. Walking in his Z-Freak, the Impale's going to go, but there's no follow-up whatsoever, so he just harasses him with an Impale and then backs away. Pycat, meanwhile, top lane gets a kill on Limp, who gets caught out of position. And Zeus dies yet again, so he's dead twice.
Yeah, Limp needs to play more carefully in this top lane. It's too easy for them. If he ever gets open wounds, he's just dead to the rotation from EGM, because he's going to get stunned after that, and it's a very easy kill for them. They are going to rotate Z-Freak into the top lane, so Pycat doesn't have mana for a Rage. Maybe if they get off the Impale.
Z-Freak's going to try to go for it, but he's just too fast. Pycat with Phase Boots is too speedy for them to go for that kill. So, for now, I mean, compLexity are not in a bad place. They have ways to take this in the mid game. They have ways to take this in the late game as well. Team Tinker could certainly put up a good fight in the late game as well. It's not like Templar Assassin's a bad hero when you get towards that 40-minute mark. Lifestealer, if you have farm, if you've snowballed enough, can certainly be fine as well. And compLexity honestly have this really early game lineup with a Medusa in the mid lane.
I would actually say currently Team Tinker are extremely ahead. If we if we look at the current situation of the game, they're winning the mid lane, they're winning the safe lane. Bulba is getting a lot of experience in this off lane. They have a completely... It looks like they are going to go on Z-Freak, and that's just an easy kill for them. They're having a Batrider with complete free farm in this jungle. He's nearly going to have his blink, probably going to have it at 8 minutes, so... Team Tinker are doing a really good job getting basically everything they want out of the map.
This is becoming very easy for Tinker all of a sudden. The only issue, I think, is maybe the Invoker down bottom, but I mean, there's a Midas now coming out for the Lifestealer. Quakefa has his treads already, so... Yeah, and you talked about the 8-minute blink tagger. I mean, he's got enough money for it now. It's actually, if he could go buy it at 750, he would, or 730 rather, he would. He's going to find out Mud Golems is like, damn, Mud Golems are stupid sons of bitches. He's going to go back over to the side shop, perhaps, buy up the blink tagger. Midas is now done for the Lifestealer at 740. You talked about him getting for his phase boots first, and he did just that. And this is really a really good idea. I like the fact that he got phase first, because that actually secured him like 3 kills. And now he's going to get the farm secured.
Like when... I actually think rushing Midas, unless you're completely uncontested, is not that intelligent, just because you give up a lot of laning pressure.
Yeah, you don't get the kills that you would otherwise get. Bulba is dying here at 16 HP, but Moon might have dove too far. And the rest of Team Tinker, they rotated everybody in, swap out, and Moon is dead as hell, it looks like. The right click from Pycat.
It's a level 6 Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, that swap is actually a lot longer than it used to be. Mid lane, Quakefa's in some trouble. The Imperial did go. He's got no refraction. The Melt Strike, it's going to save his life for the time being. And Swiddle's going to come in. He's going to throw up the Mystic Snake, but that's not going to do anything. Another slow going on, but Z-Freak and Swindle both avoided it. And Pycat, look at how aggressive he's playing now. They want to dive early here. They want to push their aggression. They want to put the pressure onto compLexity. And they're doing a good job without diving towers.
They might maybe look for an Infest Bomb, although it just looks like Sing Sing is...
He's got
he
bots.
Actually goes for the bots first.
He didn't go for the blink dagger. This is like the 3rd time I've seen this recently.
Basically,
I guess
pretty
it's
much
okay.
Pioneered by Bone 7. It's sort of like getting a Midas, except for... Oh my god, and he's going to find a stack. That's
what a stack for him
such
to
a
find.
disaster for compLexity.
And then he's just going to take all of this money. Well, he wasn't close to a blink dagger, but...
Tinker getting further and further ahead. I mean, it doesn't actually delay your blink dagger too much, because you're able to just bots and farm the waves pretty safely. It allows you to farm extremely fast, because you can fly over all the camps really fast. Once you have that level 4 Firefly...
It's more than enough.
I mean, it's basically...
No, Bulba, Impale. Will this be the first kill from compLexity? Yes, the Zeus ult, and they got the kill on Quakefa somehow. As Quakefa got caught out of position, he died to the Zeus ult coming through. His refraction must have been over, I guess. That's unfortunate.
The refraction ended, and he actually just dies to Zeus ult. Alright, that's really unfortunate for Quakefa. I mean, it's not actually too big of a deal for Team Tinker. They're still farming up the top lane, farming the jungle. Sing Sing, I mean, he's going to have blink bots at probably 12 minutes. So doing really well for himself in this jungle. And he must have gotten really lucky with his spawns in the jungle. I've only seen
Z-Freak is dead. Mega kill for Pycat.
I've only seen one golem camp. And I mean, Pycat doing really well on his Nyx, so...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They've gotten everything they could possibly get and want in this game.
Are going to have a lot of difficulties dealing with these heroes in the mid game. I mean, maybe if they can get to the late game with this Medusa, sure they can be okay, but getting to that point is going to be quite difficult. He's probably going to go for a Lincoln Sphere to deal with the Batrider, I would imagine.
He has phase boots, so he can be involved early on here, but at the same time, he still doesn't have much. Phase Aquila is okay, I suppose. 63 last hits. He's caught up nicely. He now is 2nd or 3rd in the game. TA's right on his ass. Invoker's 4th, right on his ass as well. So Swindle is getting farm.
I like this choice from EGM. It looks like he's going to build towards a Medallion of Courage. Gets that chainmail. So Tinker are going to be looking to abuse that early Roshan. And why not when you have such a large advantage? I mean, the experience advantage must be massive for them. 3,000 at 11 minutes. And there's been no team fights, so most of these advantages, you know, there's been a couple kills in the offlane, but besides that, they're just getting a lot more out of the map right now.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, this is just essentially from winning your lanes is what it seems like, and compLexity getting rotated on and diving too hastily. And Right now, you talked about the Batrider sending at, what, a 12-minute Blink Dagger. It's pretty close. I mean, he'll have it pretty soon. He's going to take another stack here.
I mean,
That's
honestly,
frightening.
sometimes you get 12-minute blinks because you've had a
Without.
really rough game.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
with boots.
Sometimes you get Boots of Travel on a 12-minute Blink
boy,
Dagger.
Sing Sing.
He's going deep, man.
Gonna
They don't
get
see him.
found. I don't actually think he's gonna get caught here.
No, I don't think so either. He's bots. He's just going to TP away in 20 seconds if he just stays around. Bloody Nine's like, he was here a second ago. I don't know what happened to
He
him.
might
but
actually just try to farm these camps again.
If he
Get his
does, he
blink
might
and then
die.
Bots
Top
away.
tower is under attack.
Bulba is here on the Elder Titan, so he has a
Ice
bit
Blast,
of
I
a
don't think
safety net.
spotted him. It's gonna head top, and he is nowhere near that Ice Blast. I don't know where that Ice Blast was going, but regardless, yeah, Bulba's here to help out Sing Sing. Sing actually has his Blink Dagger now, and 12.5-minute Blink Dagger bots for your Batrider. That is frightening. Medusa ult's gonna go in as well. There are some heroes chasing complexities. Swindle Melon's down. There's gonna be the Vendetta from Z-Freak. Bulba's gonna come in. Zeus ult goes as well, just to
my
get vision.
god, the support is even stealing Ancients.
There's going to be the Stomp Up as well. Swindle comes in, EGM. And let's just get the kill onto Bulba, who got caught out of position. I couldn't keep track of everybody. Impale onto Sing Sing, he might die. He did pick up his Blink Dagger, so I guess it's okay that he... I mean, it's not the worst thing that he goes down. Nice trap from Quakefoot to stop them from, pushing any further up to the high ground there, so... They got 2 kills, and Complexity are back into it. All the while, Pycat was forming up. He's got a drum. He's going to have an armlet at about 13 minutes or 14 minutes or so.
And I think they can just 2-man Roshan with the TA and Vengeful Spirit now that there's the medallion out. The max meld, so Rosh will die extremely quickly to these 2 heroes.
Pycat's going to Rage, Infest, stay alive, and ride the train back up towards his tower. Or
Yeah, he's
just kill
completely
everybody. And just run away.
Well, he's so farmed. He has
Yeah.
drums, Midas, Phase Boost,
He
and
just needs
nearly
the
a
recipe.
completed armlet?
He needs the recipe for the armlet, yeah. 14 minutes, by the way, for that farm. Almost 600 GPM for your lifestealer at 13 and a
That
half
is
minutes.
absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Moon now
And
with Phase
Sing,
Drum as well.
Sing Sing has 95 CS himself.
Lasso. Did he use it already? Yeah, Z-Freak got caught out. The Echo stopped the Air Splitter more than enough to get the kill. They'll head bottom, and Lip's like, I'm out of here. And they can't chase him down. They don't have Lasso, so there's not really a point.
Armlet
Swindle Millens
completed.
is going to be picking up the Perseverance, and
Yep, like I said, looks like they're just going to walk into Roshan with these 2 heroes.
they don't even care. They got spotted. They knew the smoke dissipated, and they don't really give a damn. They're going to go for it anyways. Although Moon is here. He does have Tornado. That is kind of frightening. And they're not running out of the pit yet. Complexity saw them. There they go. There's the Tornado. It's not going to hit. Zeus ult going as well. EGM getting Cold Snap now. Here comes the Astral. The Stomp's going to fly as well. It's going to hit onto 3 heroes. Are they going to turn on this? Quakefoot's thinking about it. Magic Missile onto Moonmander. And now they just back away. Sing Sing's here. They're all kind of low. And on the backside, oh, Pycat's coming in. There's the Rage coming out as well. Open Wounds onto Limp. Look at the damage coming out. That's 1. Now there's going to be the EMP flying through. Doesn't do much. And Swindle's going to try to fight this. There's going to be these Medusa ult coming out. Quakefoot getting kind of low as well. He's impaled up. Quakefoot might fall and will. Complexity finally taking a decent fight. They lose their Zeus, but at that point they don't really give a damn. So Quakefoot killed for Zeus. A trade that it definitely benefits Complexity, about 530 gold wise, but...
Yeah. Well, at the same time, they didn't really have
Dire's middle tower is under
a
attack.
lot of their spells were on cooldown, and they didn't have a lot of mana, and they were fighting with kind of low HP, so not too surprising that it was definitely an advantage for Cole in that engagement. But they did use the Stone Gaze, so I expect Team Tinker to probably push out this mid lane and go for another Roche attempt now that they have all their abilities back.
Ice Blast.
That's not
It's just going to hit Bulba. Bulba walked away towards the tier 2 tower. He didn't want to stay in no man's land. Moon's going to pop his Drum Charge, or is that Pycat? There's the Lasso going as well, and Open Wounds and Rage is more than enough to kill one
Bloody Nine
hero.
might have
Bloody
just
Nine, I
TP'd
think,
into
is
his
dead.
stats.
Open Wounds is up in 1 second. There it goes, and Pycat's going to get the kill. And Z-Freak TP's in with absolutely no health. Swap is out. Magic Missile, but he did have the Spike Carapace on. Doesn't matter. Double kill for Pycat. He's just going to Armlet Toggle and take this tower down, or at least focus it down. Zeus ult! Pycat! Oh my god. Oh, he should be dead right now. Zeus
How
ult
much
is
HP
down.
did he have, like 20?
I don't know. He was toggling up when it was happening.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And
I saw
Quakeflow
it
and
dip
EGM just go
down
back
to
into the pit.
Nearly nothing.
I thought he was dead, but... Well.
Dire's middle tower.
Melt Strike from Quakeflow,
It's gonna be an
Refraction.
easy Roshan.
Yeah, look how
minus
fast this falls.
17 armor.
There's an Ice Blast. Ow, Koikfa is
That
not feeling
actually
good
is
about
gonna
that
stop
one.
them.
Tornado misses again. Earn charge onto Koikfa. That's going to take his refraction
That
off.
might actually kill him. No, the
EMP,
Ice Blast
Melt
runs
Strike
out.
might go. And they actually kill Moonmander, and Koikfa is still alive. And Swindle, had he kept chasing, might have gotten the kill, but in the end, it's
Yeah, the
1
Ice
for nothing.
Blast, unfortunately, the effect from it stops, and they're able to get that kill.
Koikfa's like, could you guys just let me finish, Roche, please? I'd like to be able to take this Aegis and kill people with it.
It's at half life right now. I mean, they kill it so fast. Looks like Sing Sing is going to pressure the bottom lane with his boots
Pycat
of
just
travel.
goes to work on a limp. He is godlike. Z-Freak, Spike, Carapace, Infest. Wants to stay alive, and they'll push the tower now. Lasso going in. That'll be onto Swindle Melons. He's caught out. Luckily, he has mana shield, but it actually pops the Zeus ult, or rather, Medusa ult. Flame Break. It was there, but he gets stunned up. Ice Blast goes as well. Sing Sing
Alright,
pops the Flame Break, but
because there's no Ice Blast, so this will be
Z-Freak
an
has
easy
Vendetta
Roshan.
and Pale onto Pycat. What? Roche is dead.
I mean, he can't really do anything. He's only at 300 life. If he were to walk into Roshan, he'd just be dead anyways.
Yeah.
Sean has
Koikfa
fallen
finally
to
picks up the Aegis. Mission accomplished.
Quick play even going for a Midas for himself. On top of nearly 3,000 golds. And if we take a look at golds, over 10,000 in favor of Team Tinker. About 12,000 golds. 10,000 experience. Everything going right for Tinker in this game.
There's just nothing going right for compLexity, it feels like. I mean, there's almost a Lincoln Sphere for Swindle, maybe, kind of. He hasn't died yet, luckily, so that's good.
I really like
compLexity
this
are just-
draft coming out from Tinker.
It's been pretty solid. I like
feel
the
like it's
Lifestealer pick.
It's well balanced, and I really like the Lifestealer pick. I think this hero is really strong if you can get it in the right circumstances, and that's definitely, like, this is like a perfect game for Lifestealer. I mean, the only hero that's even remotely good against Lifestealer is the Medusa, once you get, you know, up to that Scotty. And your ult is quite good against snakes too, but I mean, all these other heroes are completely terrible against snakes.
This is just not their game for compLexity now. Koikfa picks up a Blink Dagger as well, as if he needed more gap closing. Well, with the Bat Rider and all, and the swap and what have you. So, Koikfa picks up the Blink Dagger. His next item, maybe a Desolator top lane. Limp is going into Moonmander, or rather Pycat is, excuse me, infest into a creep. They know which one he's in, clearly, but
Yeah, but
it's
can they
not
do
that
anything
one.
about this? I mean, the Bat even has a blink. I mean, they're just sitting 3 heroes on top of him.
They're gonna, while this is happening top lane, they're just gonna
And-
pressure bottom with Team Tinker. He's gonna try to go on
He's
Z-Freak.
actually
He's
gonna
got
get a
rage. He's
kill.
just gonna kill Z-Freak, yeah. It's just that easy for Pycat. Meanwhile, there's a lasso up, I believe, onto Swindle Melons. There's the stomp going in as well. Earth Splitter. Now the Medusa ult. Is there enough damage? Swindle is low. Bulba's gonna avoid the rest of it. Astral's gonna go through.
Oh, he's so close to
EMP.
dying.
He will stay alive. Zeus ult. Bulba's gonna get EMP'd in the tornado as well. He's out of mana.
Bulba's
He's
dead.
gonna fall to the cold feet. Sing Sing has to run away. He has got his blink in 1
I think
second.
Sing Sing will be okay. He's
Yeah.
really fast with those boots of travel.
Pycat just killed the Medusa mid, I think. Yeah, he just ran mid and killed her. Oh my god, it's a disaster for
Pycat's an absolute
compLexity.
monster right now.
Impale
Oh, no,
misses.
he's actually gonna get another kill, I think.
Z-Freak's dead again. Goodbye. Triple kill beyond godlike. 13-0-1.
Oh no, he might actually turn here. Is he? No, he's not gonna turn.
He's not going to turn.
He doesn't have
could have.
rage.
If
No,
he had
no.
mana, he could have turned.
Yeah.
If only he had some way to get mana.
Saint Yasha, he's probably even gonna buy a Basher right now, so he's gonna have a 20-minute Basher, Midas, Phase Boots, Armlet, drums.
Drum.
Like, that is... What is this GPM? 735... That has to be a record, like, for the time in the game. Like, at 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. At 20 minutes of the game, I don't know if there's any other lifestealer that's this farmed.
I don't
ever.
know, maybe some Havas lifestealer.
Some manly lifestealer. Koikfa's out of mana. He doesn't
I
seem
mean,
to really
Havas
care.
is really good at that hero, so...
No, he is, clearly, but...
Yep. He's gonna sell the wand, probably buy up the Basher right now, unless he wants to go...
Tower is under attack.
I don't really
Yep,
think
there
there's
it
really
is.
any other item yet.
It's the Basher. And Pale from Z-Freak saves his life against Koikfa. Koikfa's going to continue to chase.
Oh, he's
What is
actually-
the
okay,
lead?
that's
It is 15,000 net worth lead. I don't see any way compLexity to get back into this game, with the exception of Swindle Melons picking up like an ultra kill in the near future or farming for about 30 more minutes. And that doesn't seem very likely. Pycat's going to spot him out also. Oh gosh.
Yep.
Here we
I
go.
figured.
Open wounds. Rage. Bashed. Look at his mana drop. Now look at his HP pool drop. Another bash. Swindle's dead. Zeus ult goes. The AI Ice Blast goes. They don't even need it. Top lane. They kill another hero. Sing Sing lasts up Zeus, and they get the kill with Bubba in tow. And now Pycat is gonna... Z-Freak is Vendetta. Pycat doesn't seem to give a damn. There's an EMP mid lane. Koifa's gonna lose his Aegis. He doesn't give a Pycat's gonna keep running after Moonyander. Open Wounds is gonna go. There's the Rage as well. Bash. There it is. Another bash. They don't even need it. Z-Freak's gonna try to man up. Oh, the Spike Carapace keeps him alive. And Fez from Pycat dodges the Impale. Wow. And they're diving past the 2-3 tower where there still is a tier 2 to work on here. Ice Blast? That is going a little too far. And that misses. Wow.
What a dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, Tinker are just playing really well this game.
I mean, man, it's 22 minutes in, and...
This game is completely out of reach for compLexity. compLexity have a type of lineup where they have to snowball. I mean, if you look at these heroes, a lot of magical base damage, a lot of stuns, actually not even that many stuns, but you know, a lot of things that just don't scale terribly well into the late game.
At what point did you just get to say, let's not feed Pycat anymore? I don't think they have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, like Medusa and Invoker, I mean, sure, AA is quite good in the late game as well, but I don't know, it just feels like to me they had to snowball this game. Or stay even at the very least.
Lasso goes, Sinks is going to turn away from Swindle Melons, the Stone Form is going to go. And Swindle might just stay alive here somehow. Nyx Assassin did get a kill on EGM, there's the Melt Strike, and Swindle actually... He's got some mana left, and now he's dead probably. Another trap, and no TP left in the bank. Stomp's going to go, Melt Strike, easy kill coming out from Team Tinker. There's the GG call. Game number 1 in the books. Pycat with a legendary performance, and it continues onward. His GPM sitting above 780.
And...
well, it was close. Pretty good game.
Yep. Really good game coming up from Pycat, and pretty much, I mean, we had a stat at the beginning of the game that he was, what, 17, or he had 18